Hello, we are the French Revolution. I
We
am
are?
Jason.
Sacre bleu, and my name is koban. How are ye?
You are the Italian. You are the Italian or French?
I cannot decide.
Okay. Anyways, we're here to talk about a game idea that I've had since 2024. Coincidentally, the guy next to me, named
I've been
Koban,
there since the start.
he's
Kinda.
been there. He saw the horrors of 4 months of UI.
It was.
Anyways.
I'm pretty sure it was longer than 4 months of UI, man.
March to June. Wait, one.
Yeah,
two,
that sounds
three,
about right.
four. Yeah, 4 months of UI for nothing.
God, what are these controls? I guess I shouldn't be complaining. I never really played GameCube growing up much, so. I just keep expecting it to have like traditional
Controls.
FPS controls.
Anyway, let's get to the game idea. This game idea I've had since 2024, and the idea is, I'm gonna just draw this circle. You would have this little menu right here, and it would have different characters on it.
The game was called Shift. It was for a game jam.
Yes. I forget what the theme was. It was like you're always shifting into something or something.
Yeah.
I forget.
It was something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, I've had this idea just kind of sitting in the back of my head for years, for 2 years at this point now, and I've just been wanting to actually make it, but actually do it proper. Here's like some of the ideas that we've have been coming up with since both me and him wanted to start doing this. Would you like
I
to
just
start?
shot a man.
He's shooting people. Run!
Well, he had an axe, so.
Anyways, the first idea for like a character that we've had is called the Rockstar. Let's draw this nice little broken guitar.
Well, I think the most like the very first character concept that you had come up with was for the platformer.
I mean, yeah, but like
But that was just for Shift, whereas
Yeah.
this is something else.
and we haven't fully fleshed.
God, it crashed.
I should be quiet. Anyway.
The game probably would have crashed on real hardware.
Anyways, the first character idea that we've come up with was the Rockstar. Would you like to explain some of its mechanics?
Yeah, so the Rockstar is kind of going to have like a style meter in a way. Well, that might be getting a little too ahead of myself. He's gonna have
Well, I think the style meter is actually a good idea because it does encourage you to do more.
Yeah. You're gonna have a style meter similar to that in like Devil May Cry or Ultra Kill, where the more like different things you do, the higher your style gets. As well as it having its own unique sort of system where as your style gets higher, the character gets like stronger and faster. As well as potentially a move that like has like a brief like rhythm game quick time event, which I think is pretty cool.
Let's just do. Like the idea behind the rhythm type thing is like I know there's like currently like 3 floating ideas, but of the most up to date version of it that we have is we would first have like a little idle thing. I can't draw the idle, but I'm gonna just draw sitting, and it just basically does it's just like you don't have to play any rhythm game, and you just sit there. It's gonna be like bare minimum rewards to like encourage you to like actually play the rhythm game. Then the next idea was you being able to actually play the rhythm game. So like having it be like 4 keys or like 5 keys as of like this moment. We'll probably decide that before our next video. And then the third one, which actually came up while I was just playing Beat Saber for some reason, but with the game like Guitar Hero, they have the actual guitars, and they have versions for the Xbox 360, Xbox controllers, and the PlayStation controllers, I believe. So having that like also be there, so that like there's like more versatility with it. And what was like the other stuff that we come up with? Like
we had like a whole list in an Obsidian document.
Yeah.
They were just like a few sort of like example modes. I think you said it's going to be like a PvE dungeon crawler type of game, yeah?
Yeah, PvE, as of like right now, I may add PvP later, but like, just for right now, yeah, like we don't know where this game is going to go.
It's in the silly stage.
Yeah, it's in the just stage of like, let's just throw random ideas and let's see whether or not they will connect. If we can turn them into actually well fleshed out ideas. Then the next character concept we had was called the network engineer. I'm just gonna go with a little server. And basically the idea behind this character was just like we haven't fully fleshed out what the character is gonna be in yet.
That's a lot of skulls. Okay, let's talk about skeletons in your closet. Anyway, sorry, continue, my bad.
Oh my god. But, some of the ideas that we've had was you would be able to equip a little GPU and be able to hit enemies with it. Or, like, decide, because this is really more of a me thing. It's the joke that I've had running for a bit now. It's where it's just, you're gonna eat the GPU. And you're gonna gain like health or something for like a bit or some.
I'm sorry, did I just grab an entire potted plant out of a box? And it healed me. Anyway, my bad. I've never played Resident Evil before, so this is all new to me.
Yeah. But you would have the GPU, you can hit people with it, you can hit the enemies with it, you can heal with it, and then like other stuff like a block method against you would be like some reference to a domain name service, which is just how you type in Google.com.
It's DNS. Fun fact: in those of you who are in high school right now, sometimes you can get around the high school's internet restrictions by going into your device's internet settings and changing the DNS server from automatic to manual and setting up just Google's default DNS server, which is like 8.8.8.8. That's how I got through my senior year.
Yeah, that's just how we found that out in our junior year.
We did, but I didn't bring a laptop to school till my senior year.
Yeah. But yeah, like, do like all these stuff, and it's like all related to like server hosting type stuff. So like you would equip like you could equip like a server on your back, like and like have it be like kind of like transparent, where like you can actually maybe customize it, and it could be like upgrading your stuff. You could upgrade like yourself or something, like decide I need a new motherboard. That makes it sound more like a robot now.
Yeah, but it'll.
But I think it could be interesting. Like it could be like a robot type thing, and you have to like, you can get stronger by like upgrading.
Oh man.
Upgrading like certain things, or like you get faster. Like you insert more RAM, all of a sudden now you're stronger. You put in a new.
That I do think that is actually an interesting concept of having like mods to like your current stats you can have at any given time.
Mm-mm.
But that's a sidebar.
What's a sidebar?
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm tired. It's almost 12.
Fair. Anyways, the other idea, another character idea that we had that is like that is not even that fleshed out right now, is like the programmer.
I personally think having two tech people that quick might be a little confusing, but it should be fine.
I mean, they're gonna differ to a lot, cause
Yeah, they're gonna differ to like a heavy degree. Just set
like
the president now, you know.
yeah, I guess, cause like the network manager is actually technically right now just being a weird PC hybrid, to where you like to upgrade yourself with a with a new motherboard and a new CPU or something like that. Well, like the programmer is, what character did you said it was like around by?
What?
Like, you said you gave an idea that I think would actually work for the programmer, cause like the idea that we have behind programmer is like you would like collect like different, you like collect or like you have or like you choose like different like types of like coding language.
Oh, I was saying that those coding languages, depending on the ones you have selected, will change how your attacks, like, go. How fast they are, the damage they deal, things like that.
Mm.
Then again, I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Even though we have the obsidian duck.
We
But,
have
like-
just the obsidian duck.
Yeah. But like the idea would be like you when you first like choose the character and like you've never used it beforehand, you would get the option to choose like your first like programming type language, and it can range from what is known as like procedural languages, which is Lua, Python. Those are like the two prominent ones, because like Lua is part of Roblox and Python is AI.
Yeah.
Is mainly AI and just like libraries. And like with the way those work, they're really fast, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even kind of.
They're easy to write in. They execute fairly quickly, you know?
But like the downside of it is you're gonna have lower damage because you're losing.
You have less
variability
in what you can do.
Yeah, and then you have I don't know the name of it. I just call it less procedural, but that's like Java or like C++.
Just slightly lower level, getting closer towards machine code itself.
Yeah, it's not that far down, but it's still like more far
It's
down
just
than what Lua.
the idea of getting closer to it.
Yeah, so
Nowhere near it still. But
yeah. Then you would have like the operating system specific languages like Bash for Linux, and what was like the other one? It's like PS1, I think, for like Windows, I believe. I forget which language Windows is coded in, but like do that.
I just keep thinking of Bash, dude, and I'm pretty sure that's not a Windows thing.
I mean Bash. Well, no, Bash is specific to Linux, but like
Yeah.
I guess technically that's also C. Ish. Yeah, it depends.
Oh, they are burning someone on a stake.
Another type of coding language that we thought was what's known as esoteric languages. So it's just like languages that serve no real purpose, but like they're just so funny to learn, cause like it makes no sense, and like they're like very like limited in like what they give you. Like there's one, I forget the name of it, to where like you actually have to like draw your code, like I think pixel by pixel. Or the other one that is called like I'm just gonna call it Brain F, because
Just say what it is,
fine.
brain fuck.
It's called Brain Fuck, and it's like and it's basically like you're talking in chicken language.
It's designed with the intention of not necessarily being a usable language, but usually a harder to use language.
Yeah. And finally, we have like the lowest level types. We have the lowest level coding languages like assembly, or like the now like mainly depreciated, like not really used anymore language of basic, and then obviously, yeah, and then the C programming language.
Which is really hard to do.
I think if you saw assembly, you're gonna rethink that statement.
Oh, I know. Assembly is without a doubt harder. But, like, going from, like, Python to C is a very difficult transition for someone. Just saying.
Yeah. But, like, and, like, those languages would be more damaged because, like, you know, you're now actually just manipulating, like, the actual individual stuff. Like, in order to, like, in assembly, you have to, point to, like, actual, like, physical memory. Like, the actual hex code of it.
Yeah.
And then, like, those attacks would, like, those languages would, like, affect, your actions. So, like, so far we have, like, what we call print, which is just,
It's just a fairly basic statement, right?
yeah, it's a basic statement. Every language can do it, whether or not, but, like, the difference between all of them is like the speed of it. So, like, if you were to do it in, like, Lua or Python, like, if you were to do it in the procedural languages, it's going to be really fast, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. Versus if you did, like, in assembly, it's going to be slow, but, like, you could one shot like, maybe even a enemy with like 100 health in just one click. And, like, you would have, like, all these, like these other attacks, like, it's called reprogram, and the idea behind reprogram is you are just, like, reprogramming an enemy to just be stunned. You're just stunning them. Or, like, an AI clone that's just going to be going to attack you. So, yeah. And the idea that we haven't ran out yet, but an idea that we've had, you know, is the platformer. A really good reference for this character, that's kind of what it's going to be, is going to be the Great Yoke Tales from 2018. I think that's going to be a great, like, reference point to it, because it gets, like, most of the basic functions that we want down, which is, like, diving, double jump, wall climbing to a degree, wall running. But obviously, like, we kind of need, cause, like, one thing that we're going to add for, like, every character is, like, a blocking system. So, like, for the Rockstar, it would just, like, use the guitar to do a block. For, like, the programmer, it's obviously the DNS thing. Not program, the network thing, the network person. It's going to be, like, obviously the DNS thing.
Yeah.
For, like, the programmer, we haven't thought of one yet. Maybe it won't have a block system. Maybe it will. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But, like, you have, like, the blocking system. And stuff. But, like, another idea that we like, also to, like, deal damage, we thought of, like, you have a little, like, you get to, like, do a little slide thing. Like, you do a little kick slide thing. And it will, like, deal damage to an enemy. I get, And that's gonna be, like, based off of your momentum. So, like, it's like if you're, like, basically, like, 3 stories tall, like, 3 stories, like, high off the ground, and then, like, you dive all the way down from there to, like, the bottom level, and then like right before you hit the bottom level, you go into a slide. You could deal like 10 damage to maybe even like 1,000, which would be really funny to see. But like have it just be like based off of your momentum. So like, I guess like the gimmick behind all of these characters right now is the Rockstar is style based, so you want to constantly be changing.
Yeah.
The network admin, I guess, is just going to be, I guess, upgradable, right?
Yeah.
It would just be like constantly like upgradable for it. The programmer is obviously going to be the many different languages that you can switch between per attack. And then, you know, the platformer being momentum based. And that's kind of what we want to like try for.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add on?
I don't know. I should probably say something because when we get to coding, I'm kind of I'm not very skilled.
This guy's skilled in like languages like Python, and that's about it.
I just haven't messed with Lua. I've messed with Unity a little bit. That had Game Maker, but
yeah,
not my area of expertise at the moment.
I mean,
I like looking at games through more of like the game design lens. So
yeah, cause like I feel like that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Cause like also like I really haven't played many games. I would like to play more. I'm just too poor to get them.
You know that's not true.
Why do you say that?
Because A, I can be your sugar daddy, and B, we have a whole Steam family. You know how many times I've asked you if you just want to use my copy of Cyberpunk, bro?
I can't run Cyberpunk on this computer. It doesn't have a GPU.
Okay, bro.
That's literally my excuse, because I literally do not have a GPU. I'm using the base default GPU.
I see.
But like, anything you want to add on?
It's a work in progress. So just keep in mind it's gonna be a fun little dungeon crawler.
Maybe.
We're still working a lot of things out. We just have a lot of character designs out. We know what Jason knows he wants it to be like a hero. Well, I guess not hero shooter, but like a character select type of thing.
Yeah.
I know that this idea has worked out really well in the past. So just trust, homies. Trust le process.